Before I get to my epoxy disaster, I want to talk about what happened at our nation's capital this week. I've debated whether I should say something or not, but I just have to. As a social studies teacher, as someone who teaches what democracy is and what democracy stands for and what other forms of government are and what those other forms of government do to the people, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. What happened, that's not democracy. That is an attack on our democracy, and those people believe that they are fighting to keep our democracy, but they are fighting to destroy it at this point. They want somebody to be in charge that didn't earn their right to be in charge. And I understand their frustrations about there might be some irregularities in whatever process of voting in different states, but that has been disproven countless times. So I can't not say something about that is not democracy, ladies and gentlemen. And what we did on November 3rd was democracy. And what happened after that with all the other processes that took place to get where we are today with the president-elect being certified by Congress is democracy. That is what takes place every 4 years, and I hope that has opened people's eyes to the processes within our country and maybe some of the weaknesses that come with those processes. It's a little bit scary, but I believe that we're going to get past this and things are going to be better. And if you've already turned off my video because of what I'm saying right here, okay. And if you're still here, thank you very much. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to figure out how to kind of, not really mold, but kind of case in these boards, because I need to, if I pour the epoxy here, it's going to drip out. I want it to be square and stuff. So just trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I got my melamine, some Tyvek tape. I saw that in the video. Good tip, so it doesn't stick to anything. You can get it off a little bit easier. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated by this epoxy process. And the epoxy is kind of expensive, so messing up is not cheap. Yeah. So this board needs a one underneath because it goes all the way through. So it needs to be able to rest on something. And again, I need to build up the walls so that I can get the epoxy in to the places on the edges here. Yeah, I'm gonna work on this for a little bit and see how it goes. So I got these two pieces cut here. They'll go here up against the edge. Yeah, that actually should work out pretty good. For sure. Another one of the things I learned, and kind of a little trick I guess, put silicone on here so then the epoxy won't run past where you want it to be. So I'm going to just put some silicone in these areas, and then when I put this up against it and hold it up there, the epoxy just won't go everywhere, because I guess it's pretty much like water. Once you get it all mixed, and it'll kind of just go wherever. My sides aren't super square since my miter saw wasn't big enough and I had to use the skill saw. So I'm just gonna I'll put tape, silicone, screw it in, and hope that that does the job that I need it to do. had this problem on the last one. The screw chips out this melamine pretty good. And then it pooches out, and then it doesn't sit flat. Maybe I will pre-drill melamine, see if that helps. Actually, that should definitely help. Well, as scary as it is, I think I'm ready for epoxy. I debated for quite a few days how I was going to do it. Was I going to do the small ones first and then the big ones, or do the big ones first and then the small ones? And I pretty much decided I need to do the big ones first, and then if I need more epoxy to do the smaller ones, then that's okay. But I wanted to, I guess, just get the big ones done. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, today is the day. I'm going to be mixing the epoxy and giving this a go. I'm pretty nervous. Again, this stuff isn't necessarily cheap to kind of experiment with, even to like try something. So I got this Epoxy Flowcast kit, 2 liters. I have no idea if this is going to be enough or not. I'm going to start with my biggest pour, which is this and this one here. Yeah, this stuff takes quite a while to dry, and you have quite a long work time, which is really cool. So yeah, I don't have to be in a huge hurry. You're supposed to mix it for like 4 or 5 minutes. I do have a I got the Black Diamond branded pigment that I'm going to put in. Got a little measuring so I can kind of put the same ratio in. This is a 2-to-1 mix, so 2 parts of the resin to 1 part of the hardener. Let's give this a shot. So I'm going to start with just at 16 ounces of the resin. So then that will be 8 ounces of hardener. I'll mix all that together. So when you're mixing it, it says it's going to be cloudy and white for a while, and when you get to the point where it's gotten more clear, you're pretty good. And you want to scrape the sides and all that really well. All right, here we go. It is pretty liquidy, which is nice. That means it'll kind of level itself out. I did make sure these were pretty level. I'm gonna let that find itself a good spot. Man, that was That was just about perfect. All right, so that's the first pour, filled in that big gap there. That was pretty much like the perfect amount, which was awesome. I got a little bit extra, as you saw me pour in here. This is to help get the bubbles out. It does release heat, and that is how it dries. Yeah, now I'm gonna mix some more and go from there. Disaster. It leaked out the bottom of it. I'm on that big pour. So we've got it all over the here, and then I peeled it off. Oh, kind of my worst nightmare. That's right. Figure it out.
That's kind of a crazy idea. Well, what if this was the bottom of one of the bottom shelves? And you just leave it? Well, it'll dry. We can see what it looks like when it dries. I just think that looks so cool.
Sort of, but it's like rough.
I think that's okay. I think that's why it's beautiful. I know, I love it. I think it looks awesome.
This is what you do with all this. That didn't go quite as well as I guess I would have hoped it to. I learned a lot of different things. I didn't seal it well enough, for sure, as one of those. This was kind of a disaster, really. But that's right. I think once they're all sanded down and all that, I think they'll all look awesome still. Just, yeah, I don't even know. I'm really glad I put a polyurethane on this table. This stuff wipes off a lot easier with polyurethane. But yeah, I'm glad I tried it. I'll be wasting, this is probably about $40 worth of epoxy, which is a bummer. That's what happens, and that's okay. At least I didn't waste the $80, $90, the whole thing. Just some of it. I think this is still leaking here. I said at one point during this project that getting out here, getting out into the garage and starting is kind of the hardest part, because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up and I'm afraid that it's not gonna go well. Well, today was kind of a perfect example of it not going well, obviously. And it sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. It sucks. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Maybe I tried to cut some corners. just didn't seal it well enough. I didn't want to screw into, you know, there's lots of different things. But it's okay. I think that my wife, she says, you know, maybe this can be the bottom and we'll see this part, and you know, it'll add some style, some personality, and we'll see. Maybe we hate it and I build a better mold for it and I fix it. I'm glad I tried. I really am. I think some of the other parts are going to turn out well, and that's awesome. So yeah, don't be afraid to start something. Don't be afraid to fail. I failed and I made a mess, and that's okay. I'm gonna learn from that and I'm gonna get better, and that's what really counts. I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here, and we'll start the next video with when this stuff is dry, when this day's work is dry. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. I'm sure there's plenty of advice, plenty of things I did wrong that you guys can help me with. And yeah, and go ahead and subscribe as well. This year, or last year, 2020, was a pretty good year for me. I got a lot of followers last year, which is really cool. And I really appreciate that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.